So there's some indicators that the old Pokemon market is returning to normal, which means there'll be packs to rip. Uh, every set will not have like extremely expensive chase cards. Still have some. There's always a chase, right? There's always there. But here's some of the indicators that I've had from customers, from selling, from being a Pokemon store in Canada, that things are returning to normal. The first off is that for the Mega Set, Distro is saying, you're getting some. Everyone's getting some. It's going to be based on spend, but everyone's getting some. So that's to be seen. Is the Mega Distro allocations, are they going to be fair? Are there going to be a lot? From my understanding is they've not sent us this messages that Mega is going to get lots of product, but this is the first time Distro has sent those messages to us. So that's indicator numero uno. The second would be the feel. So this is the first time. So Mega Set, the black and white set. This is the first set where I've had some product for a little bit of time. Now, normally I sell it very quick, like snap, it's gone. But I'm starting to see that the product is slower to move, which means I don't mind, like it eventually sells. But what's happening is that we're not seeing the same like swoop of product being consumed. People are buying less. People are maybe skipping a set. A lot of people skipped black and white. And that's number two. The third is the bears, right? The bulls. The bulls are becoming bears, which means a lot of these hype beasts on YouTube, the hype beasts on TikTok, the hype beasts on, what else is there? Instagram? They're talking about the market crash. Now, there is no such thing as a market crash in Pokemon. What we saw when Sword and Shield was near its end, right, there was a little bit of what we call the normal times. I didn't think it was a crash at all. Sure, I was product heavy, right? I had product that I couldn't move. It happened, right? They had battle decks, they had battle academies, which I don't have in stock, right? I'm selling through battle academies. I'm selling through battle decks. I have a little, but that's what happens. So that's number three, you're going to start to see product sit, and that's been a surprising piece. I've had product that sit. Cynthia's Garchomp box, sad. The Ogerpon EX is a new release. That is a reprint and like a new way for Pokemon to reprint things. It's basically Twilight Mask reprint and Temporal Forces, which we desperately needed. And you'll probably notice that the pack price for those two sets is going to come down because there's a lot, and Distro still has a lot. I'm quite sure they're actually, like, I think they're only selling the box at like $80. So we originally paid $60. So they're only putting a $20 premium on post allocation numbers, whereas normally Distro has none. This Distro like sells out, that's it, you missed the collection box, you're not getting any. So that's number four. Distro is starting to have product. And I guess that was something that I noticed a while, is the presence of Distro product. Number five. The sixth thing that I'm waiting for is for Distro to start cutting prices, which means that's when you really see numbers go down. Now, Distro in Canada is a bit different. Canada has a tariff on Pokemon cards, which means if we import $100 in Pokemon cards, the Canadian government collects $25. That is a lot. And that is sort of soiled or made Pokemon stuff in Canada difficult. It's increased cost to the end consumer. It's like why? Like, we can't really make Pokemon cards here in Canada. Maybe one day the cards that are being printed in Europe will make their way across the ocean and we won't have these tariffs. I'm kind of hoping that we could start importing those UK printed cards. I'm curious about the quality as well. Will the UK printed quality be better than the US? I don't know. So that's the other thing. And I guess let's call it the sixth thing is bulk is back. Now, I think this has a lot to do with the increased number of collectors working on master sets. So there's this maturity that happened during the boom where a lot of collectors went from chase cards, not knowing what to collect, to understanding the concept of a set. And I think the master set, the master sets are being collected more now than I've ever seen, which means the juicy reverse hollows that I so covet are becoming more important to supply to the online market. Because when you go to a vending show, you don't see reverse hollows. Nobody has time for a binder of reverse hollows. So that's one of the things. It's a niche that I myself I'm like, I've always known it's there, and I've always loved reverse hollows. It's the whole reason I have Pokeshelly. I am starting to go into reverse hollow acquisition. I'm going to show you guys something. I don't know if it's going to follow me all the way down. I got stacks and stacks and stacks of reverse hollows. So it's because I've started to buy reverse hollows, so I was paying, I believe, 8 cents in store credit per reverse hollow bulk. So bulk buying, bulk is back, baby. And what I've noticed, and that's an indicator. If bulk being back, it means it's time. It's not all about the big chase, the big money cards. So I bought a 4-row. I don't know if you could see it. There goes all my PSA 10 reverse hollows. I bought a 4-row of reverse hollow and hollow bulk, and I paid, let's call it 270 Canadian. It was store credit, so it's moving shells around. And what happened was, this is probably the best bulk purchase I'll ever make, because the person who rips was a chase card chaser. They were not interested in, what we'll call EXs. They were not interested in Pokeballs. They were not interested in, I don't have it here because I haven't, they were not interested in promos. They were not interested in, what's the last thing? Radiant cards. And they were not interested in, what's it called? The super rares. No, that's not it. I can't think of it. Amazing rares. There we go. So they were not interested in any of those cards. They were chasing. And anything else that was like shiny but not a chase card was reverse hollow bulk. So probably the best bulk purchase I will ever do, have ever done. And it's here in front of me, and I've been going through it, and it's been, this is what I like in the hobby. I like reverse hollows and hollow bulk. Because what happens is I see like every card is like 50 cents. So you buy 3,000 cards, and each card is 50 cents. That's like $1,500, that's big old money. But obviously you can't sell it, right? You can't like sell 1,500 cards. So bulk is obviously a long game that I'm playing, and I do enjoy it. I like being a supplier of people who are doing master sets. I like being the person who has that reverse hollow that someone's looking. So that's another indicator, is the fact that not only that I'm buying reverse hollow and hollow bulk nowadays, is that I actually have time for reverse hollow and hollow bulk. And I've even been considering getting myself a fizz batch, a machine that will start sorting and allowing me to really go deeper into the world of hollow and reverse hollow bulks. I do have to talk to some people. I'm going to reach out to I think Mason from Cardinal Gaining, see if he has some suggestions on what I should do for hollow, reverse hollow bulk. There's a few other people who have some insight in the machines, and ask them some questions, see if you could actually set up a machine to do all the sorting. I think I spent in the morning 2 hours just separating by set. So now I got stacks of sets. So it's an indicator. So these are some of the indicators that the market is going to return to a more normalized state, which means we should see the scalpers exit And by exit, I mean they're going to sell the inventory that they bought. They'll try to break even at whatever they have in their closet, but we'll see what happens. I don't buy from scalpers. I don't buy from the secondary market. I don't accept trade-ins of sealed product. If I'm going to overpay on sealed product, I'm going to put it against my distributor's allocation amounts. That's what I do. I have consigned for people. I have consigned sealed product before, and that works out for the most part. I just make sure it's known that it's concealed, and I try to make sure that I'm the one who sold it to them originally. So, yes. Those are some of the indicators that the market is not what it once was, and it's shifting a little bit, but it's not bad. So Pokemon is not going to go to zero. There's no like, oh, I've lost all my money. I've lost my shirt in Pokemon. People have been in bad financial situations, like where they have all of they've spent a lot on entertainment, which this is what Pokemon is. They've spent too much on entertainment. People have been in that situation before. But very rarely a hobbyist, someone who enjoys it, do they consider lost in a downturn. If anything, the downturn becomes normalized, right? They're able to buy stuff. They're able to get back into ripping a pack here and there. They're able to refine their collection. And I think that's what's coming. So I hope there's more people in the hobby during this next downturn, because the more people, the better. The more people, the better the hobby. We just want to get rid of the riffraff, the Walmart aisle clear out shoppers, the Costco chain train shoppers. We want to get rid of those guys, but we want to be back to normal. We want our Pokemon cards at Costco to be a great deal. We want it to sit on the shelf for a couple of weeks while we put it in our sealed collection. So guys, I hope you thought this video was informative. I mean, it's very Canadian focused, which should be okay. The Canadian market is like a state. It's a small population with challenges that the States doesn't really have. And I'm going to do a video later, so I hope you guys subscribe, and you'll see the differences between what the Canadian market for Pokemon is versus the Americans. And we're about to hit some interesting changes in the market where Americans are going to suffer some of their own tariff conundrums that we've been suffering since Mr. Trudeau put his 25% tariff on playing cards. Not a big fan. Not a big fan of that decision. Glad he's gone. So guys, follow me, like me, subscribe me, and watch for the next video.